reading an article by the stateaffairs.com. Georgia taxpayers get a tax credit for helping young adults leaving foster care. I love this. Listen, when you start reading more and more about governments as it relates to foster care, the tax code is very important. I like this, and this is what it says. Georgia taxpayers get $1 credit for every dollar they donate to a qualified organization, up to a certain amount. An individual or a business applies to the Georgia Department of Revenue to qualify for the tax credit. The taxpayer specifies how much to donate and which organization will get the donation. So they get to pick the organization. Usually you kind of like just donate and then it goes to whoever else wants to divvy it up. No, the taxpayer, the donator, gets to pick the donation. Once approved, the taxpayer makes a payment directly to the organization. So this is good. There's no middleman. No, you get the chance to donate directly to the organization, and the organization receives the payment. It sends the taxpayer the documents required when filing their state tax return so they can get their tax credit. This is important for businesses. This is important for those that are in foster care. Okay? And I wrote here, now that this tax credit makes sense. Most state governments talk about the pitfalls and the money spent on foster children and how it impacts their budget negatively. But the ideas at the government disposal are numerous. The tax credit incentives is one of the many ways that you can help that pitfall. It goes to the government. There's money. This money can also go to the government to help in areas of necessity, while also helps the tax credit for that said individual. That's why I like it. And as I said before, if the state or local government, if you're going to pay for incarceration, you're going to pay for homelessness, and you're going to pay for sex trafficking, if we do not invest in preventative measures for foster children. And everybody wants to keep saying it's absolutely connected. And that's why I love this. It's very important. And what I like about this is that the government, it says why it matters here. Each year, more than 700 young adults leave the foster care system in Georgia. They're some of the most underserved and overlooked people in the foster care system. Okay? The Fostering Success Funds will help those young people with education, housing, counseling, medical care, and transportation services. And so this is very important, and I love this because it helps people, especially for those that are aging out. In one instance, it says this helped a young mother of two in her early 20s who was attending college and dealing with cancer. The organization paid the former foster care youth rent and car note. And I like this because the fund is not strict on what it can pay for. It just has to make sure that it is helping the foster care youth that is aged out, especially after they get 18, especially after they get 21. Now they're in college. Now they have car payments. They have rental payments. This is very imperative because without the rental payments, without car, we have people sleeping on the street. We have people that are becoming vulnerable right before our eyes after they leave the foster care system. And I want to say this as I end. You can see how a state feels about foster care by looking at its tax credits and its deductions around foster care. You can also tell how a state really feels about it as far as its funding levels. I just want to say, Georgia, thank you for having this tax credit. I think it's going to be important to businesses as it is important to the foster children that are aging out. Thank you.